Let's see how we can use the DSUM function in Google Sheets. We have the DSUM function Google Sheet open, and it has the data template we require. In column A, we have the serial number from 1 to 10. Using the sequence function with rows 10, columns 1, start 1, and step 1. In column B, we have the product 1, 2, and 3. In column C, we have the region America, Asia, Australia, Europe, and Africa. In column D, we have the sales of the products, given in column B, and the region, given in column C. We want region-wise sales. So in the F1 to G6 range, we want the region-wise sales. So regions we have taken is America, Asia, Australia, Europe, Africa, using the unique function. So the unique values in the C column. And in the I1 to J4 range, we want the product-wise sales for the product 1, 2, and 3. Again, we got this using the unique function, unique B2 to B11, that is the unique values given in column B. In the L1 to N16 range, we want the product and region-wise sales. So, now to get the region-wise sales, we will use the DSUM function. Which gives the sum of values from a table-like range. It takes database, field, and criteria as arguments. An example is shown. For our case, the database will be A1 to B11. Let's lock this range. We do not want this array to change as we drag the formula down. Comma the field, since we want the sales information. So in the A1 to D11 range, we see that 1, 2, 3, 4, sales is in the fourth column, so we can give the number 4 for the field. Comma the criteria is region, it should be America, or Asia, or Australia, or Europe, or Africa. For our first case, the region should be America, so we will write in curly brackets F1. Let's lock this value, as we do not want F1 to change as we drag the formula down. Semicolon, we will write F2, that is, America. We will not lock F2 because we want this to change to F3, F4, F5, F6 as we drag the formula down, so let's close the curly bracket, and let's close the bracket for the DSUM function. Let's drag the formula down to the required range, from G2 to G6. So we see that for America, the sales is 14,600, so, if we check for America, the sum of the sales is indeed 14,600. Now, for Asia the sum of the sales is 10,700, so for Asia, if we check, we see that the sum is indeed 10,700. For Australia, the sum is 10,000, so, for Australia, the sum is 10,000. For Europe, the sales is 500, so, for Europe, the sales is 500. For Africa, the sales is 8,500, so, for Africa, the sales is 8,500. So we got region-wise sales. Now, if we want the product-wise sales, we will again use the same DSUM function. Database, again, will be A1 to D11. Let's lock this range because we do not want this array to change as we drag the formula down. Field again will be sales, which is in the fourth column, so we will write 4. Criteria, we will give as in curly bracket, I1. Let's lock this I1 because we do not want this I1 to change as we drag the formula down, semicolon I2, and we will not lock this I2 because we want it to change to I3 and I4 as we drag the formula down. Let's close the curly bracket and the bracket for the DSUM. Let's drag the formula from J2 to J4. So we see that for product 1, the sales is 15,200. So if we see for product 1, the total sales is 15,200. For product 2, the sales is 18,600. So for product 2, we see that the sum is 18,600, so the total sales is 18,600. For product 3, the total sales is 10,500. So, product 3, we see that the total sales is 10,500. So we got product-wise sales as well. Now if we want the product and the region-wise sales, that is, for product 1 in America, how much sales? For product 1 in Asia, how much sales? And so on. Again, we will use the DSUM function. Database again will be A1 to D11. Let's lock this array, as we do not want it to change as we drag the formula down. Field again will be column 4, so we will write as 4 because we want the sales data. Comma the criteria, for the criteria, in curly bracket, we will first write L1 to M1, because we want the product, as well as a region. Let's lock this range because we do not want L1 to M1 to change, as we drag the formula down. Semicolon, the value would be product 1, America, that is L2 to M2. And we will not lock L2 M2 because we want this L2 M2 to change to L3 M3, L4 M4, and so on, as we drag the formula down. Let's close the curly bracket, and let's close the bracket for DSUM function. Let's drag the formula down till the required range, that is, till N16. So, we see that for product 1, America, the sales is 1,000, so, for product 1, America, the sales is 1,000. For product 1, Asia, the sale is 5,700, so, for product 1, Asia, the sale is 1,100 plus 4,600, which is 5,700. For product 1, Australia, and Europe, there are no sales. For product 1 Australia and Europe, there are no sales, so 0. And for Africa, it is 8,500, for product 1 Africa, it's 8,500. For product 2, America, the sales is 13,600, so for product 2, America, the sales is 4,500 plus 9,100 which is 13,600. And for product 2, Asia, it's 5,000, product 2 Asia is 5,000. For product 2, Australia, Europe, and Africa have no sales, so for product 2 Australia, Europe, and Africa have no sales. And for product 3 America, and Asia have no sales, for product 3, America, and Asia don't have any sales. And Australia has 10,000 sales for product 3. So we have the 7,000 plus 3,000. So the 10,000 sales for Australia, and for Europe product 3, we have 500 sales, so for Europe product 3, we have 500 sales. For Africa, again, for product 3, we don't have any sales, For Africa we don't have any sales for product 3, so the sales is 0. So we got the product and region-wise sales as well. With this, we have successfully learned how to use the DSUM function in Google Sheets. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe if this video was useful.